I think all three racers are coming in pretty hot. They've all been practicing recently. Square just pulled a low 143 to reach 13th in the leaderboard. Abdalain got a 151 yesterday, and Tech, I'm not sure what his PB is, but he's been grinding a lot of races recently.
A low 147, but yeah. And we're
Low
off to
147.
the races.
Right, 147.13. I apologize.
Yeah, so we are using the pastel palette. Some people think that's the best palette. Everybody getting the PC potion.
Yep. A bonk on the way out. Alright, we're just syncing real quickly. There seems to be a Clash Royale speedrunner in the chat asking me to bully him. I don't bully people. That would be quite rude.
Everybody getting Squirtle. No char percent this run.
No surprises here. Square and Abdalain pretty synced up, with Tech right behind them. Of course, the sync is gonna get squashed really soon because Bulbasaur is a pretty volatile fight. Close for Abdalain. Really good Bulbasaur fight on his end.
Yeah, very good Bulbasaur. Tec and Square still trying to make it through their Bulbasaur.
Yep. Tech needs to potion here. So this is why we pick up PC potion, because if he tackle missed or something like that, he might just lose the fight. And at that point, there's a long, arduous recovery process that is basically just a loss.
And with this fight being a speed tie anyway, it's not a good time.
Alright. Everyone past Rival 1. Abdalain with a clean Route 1, at least for the first pass. Same with Square.
All three runners going to be looking to run into an encounter here to get the experience for the level. Ideally just one, of course.
Right, so there are a few good encounters. Level 3 Rattata is one of them. Basically, you just need, I believe it's 10 experience to hit level 8 for Brock after Weedle Guy, and every encounter gives that. So Tech not getting quite as lucky as Abdalain or Square.
Yeah, Route Run can be really volatile. You can get a bunch of encounters, or you can just get a couple.
Solo Sekiro asking, what is the square root of sheep? And I believe his standard answer is, he's not sure, but he knows that it's irrational.
My vote said still 3.14.
Alright, so I didn't see, but Square definitely doesn't have experience right now, right?
I didn't see it either. I don't think so.
Well, we'll find out.
With a time like this, probably not. Yeah, and there he gets his encounter there.
Yep, so level 3 Pidgey is the worst takeable encounter. But it's takeable. 15 health is a little sketchy, but in the race you pick up extra safety potions anyways, so he will be fine.
With the amount of potions he has, it should be okay.
So Abdalain is out of Route 1. This might be a... No, I think it's about a 7-minute fly. Nidoran.
It's a good time for Ab.
For picking up PC Potion.
Yeah.
And considering it's your only shot. Square right behind him.
Abdalain getting 4 balls. Same with Square.
4 balls here just as a safety. Abdalain choosing to swap balls up to slot 1. That's just to avoid any confusion on his YOLO ball.
I like that move myself. Square going into his Nido Manip.
Alright, Abdalain hitting the Manip, as does Square. Tech coming up on the end of Route 1. And Abdalain has a Nidoran.
Same with
So does Square.
So both of them getting their Nidorans right about the same time.
Yep, and we'll see if either runner hits the extended Manip to catch a Pidgey.
Tec going for the 5-ball route. So there's a little bit of a difference there.
So Alex missed the yes no text box. Square with some strange movement. I think he just didn't get a path. So we will most likely not be seeing any extended Pidgeys. Tech hits the Nidomanip. Let's see. It is a Nidoran. He seemed to have cleared the text box as well. Okay, so all 3 runners have their Nidorans. Issachar in the chat mentioned Square ignoring the potion. I don't think he is ignoring the potion. I think he still has it, and he might pick up Weedle Guy potion anyways after this fight. With 15 health and a potion, this fight is relatively safe. Albeit this... Okay. When you see Poison Sting, and especially if you get poisoned early, this fight can become very, very bad.
And very slow.
Square got Path 8 and didn't know it. I think he probably knew it, but he didn't want to go for it. Or didn't feel comfortable going for it. Abdalain having to heal. Square getting poisoned and having to heal as well. So, about equally rough Weedle guys, I would say. Square seeing bad special, so he's probably going to go for a Pidgey backup Manip here. Missing the turn frame potion.
Yeah, so this Pidgey Manip here actually makes the Brock fight substantially safer with bad special. So that's why you'll see a lot of runners opt to do that if they do get the bad special Squirtle.
Abdalain opting to lose health here on his way out of the forest. This is now kind of dangerous health for Geodude, depending on his defense. I'm not sure about the call there. Square hits the Pidgey. Let's see if he gets the Yellow Ball. Text box cutter looks good. Alright, and Tech is through Weedle Guy as well. Opts not to check stats. Square adding as many zigzags in his movement as humanly possible. And Abdalain is on to Brock. Tass only. Alright. So Abdalain seeing only defense curls, so looks like everything is fine for him. Square going into the Brock fight.
Square not saving for Brock, because he does have the bird, so
Right.
This makes that fight very much safer.
Right, so as long as you play the fight safely, there's no way to lose with a bird.
Yeah, as long as you know your HP ranges, you should be okay.
Also, assuming no extremely weird Gen 1 miss things. Alright, Tech saving for the fight. And Abdalain getting through. With no damage, actually.
Yeah, good fight.
Square potioning Onyx into Abide. I don't know that I agree with that. Or potioning on Onyx, rather.
Yeah, that seems like an interesting play for sure.
But it worked out because he would have needed to swap to Pidgey, and that would have actually been slower. All RNG held equal. HP, I believe, was 16. Yeah. Yeah, thank you, Isakar. $14.
So Abdalain starting his first trainer on Route 3. Square just getting out of his Brock fight.
Alright, Tech making it through Brock meanwhile with a respectable mid-13. So it seems as if Alex has a large lead. Alex is Abdalain, by the way. I can call him that because we're close. But Square actually has a Pidgey, and so he will not have to stall in the Route 3 grass for one later.
Yes, that's right. Tech through his Brock fight.
Yep, so everyone's on Route 3 now. So Route 3 is pretty... not necessarily boring, but standard, aside from small considerations with string shots, which give you badge boosts, which raise your attack. Yep.
So you'll see a lot of the runners here try to save using the badge boosts, of course. Try to finish up some of these fights with tackle, so you can have enough horn attacks once you get through Route 3. Having enough horn attacks for Mount Moon is pretty important.
Yep. So Randall at Shez in chat asks, what are badge boosts? So badge boosts are just boosts given to you by obtaining specific badges in the game. In this case, Brock gives you the Boulder badge, which increases your attack. Now, the game is coded kind of mediocrely, so every single
That's a
time,
word for it.
every single time a stat that is not the stat affected by the badge boost gets changed, the badge boost gets reapplied. So you'll see a bunch of string shots and they just give a 9/8 multiplier to the attack.
So essentially you want to see the string shot most times.
Square having to heal on this Short Sky fight. Short Sky is not necessarily a dangerous fight, but he can be very annoying. Both with Rattata, which does a ton of damage, and with Ekans, which can wrap you and keep you in its clutches for up to 5 turns.
Yeah, so as long as you know the damage ranges, it should be a safe fight, but it can definitely be a slow one.
Wet Miss, that's pretty good. Do you think we're going to see anyone go for Route 3 last year?
Personally, I hope not, but maybe.
I know Square is vehemently against Route 3 last.
And I agree with him.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the other two. Tech gets wrapped. So going for the heal here.
Be interesting to see what moon manips they use. Or which
Abdalain.
nip they use.
See, Abdalain not doing last strats, so he has 9 horn attacks going into this fight, which is on pace for about 4 for Moon Rocket. Square, meanwhile, needs to save horn attacks because he's at 8. Generally, for Moon Rocket, when you're doing level 14 for him, you don't want to go below 3, because 2 becomes a pretty ugly fight.
Even 3 can be ugly, to be honest, but it's doable.
Alright, so Abdalain's finished with Route 3, but he needs to look for a bird. Actually finds it on the first tile.
Wow. Yeah,
but it's a Spearow, which he needs a horn attack
you.
for. Opts to tackle it instead.
I don't mind that play.
Yeah. So I think that here it's a lot less likely to be caught, but that doesn't end up being punished. Generally, the strat is to horn attack level 8 birds, but if he's concerned about his horn attack count, then it's an understandable play. Pinkish Princess in the chat saying that it's a 64% catch. That sounds about right.
Abdalain going for Route 3 minute. For his moon minute.
Square right behind him. You remember he didn't have to catch a bird. So that's a lot of time save right there. Tech, meanwhile, starting the last fight. Not too far behind.
No, he was able to make up some decent time there. I thought he was going to be farther behind than he is.
Alright, so there's a Clash Royale speedrunner in the chat asking what a manip is. So basically, by hard resetting the game, you can, on most frames, get the same patterns, or the same RNG, by using the same movements and A presses every time. Square gets frame 36. I just saw him practicing this, though. So let's see how far he can get here. Very recently, people have started working on practicing backup manips for the two IGT frames, frame 36 and 37, which give you NPC movements outside of Mount Moon. Earlier today, we saw Dreekian get one, and he made it almost all the way to the ladder, where the backup Paris manip starts. Let's see if Square can do it similarly well.
Tech trying to catch his flyer now.
Yep. So what an IGT is, by the way, is those aforementioned save frames that don't work with manipulations. We call them IGT frames. They're basically just in-game times, IGTs, which don't work.
So there's a small chance on most manips that even if you do it correctly, it's not going to work.
So Tech also starting his manip. Square, meanwhile, making it past the Poi ladder. Poi is another common manip. It's basically a 2A press manip, which has a slightly different yellow ball than the one these runners are going to do. But it's very easy and very fast.
Yes, the select ball, we call it, is a little bit harder. But other than that, the movement and the A presses are totally fine.
So Abdalain getting Paris and Square getting a Paris. Let's see if this gets in the ball. Alright, so we have seen our first frame 36-37 backup manip go all the way for the tournament.
Yeah, that's amazing. Looks
also,
like the practice really
Square's
paying
sick.
off.
What a legend.
Yeah, an absolute legend. So Tech making his way through his manip. It's not failing.
Yep. Abdalain, meanwhile, on the rocket fight. This fight, Rattata is a two-shot, or is a ranged two-shot, rather, with Horn Attack, and the Zubat can confuse you, as well as get a super effective Leech Life. It's only super effective in this generation because, once again, this game is coded quite not well.
Well, there's a sentence. Quite not well.
So, Abdalain getting confused here. It's not that bad because he was not tail whipped earlier, I don't believe.
You throw a tail whip or two into a confusion, and it's a whole different fight. But it seems like he'll get through this no problem.
Alright, Tech doing the Poi backup that I had just mentioned.
Square getting the supersonic fail, which is very
Square
good.
got a very good fight here.
Yeah. Very good fight for Sheep. And Tech starting his Poi manip, it looks like.
Square getting an encounter immediately.
Abdalain not pressing B on that evolve. Good job.
Right, so it's actually a mistake that people make more often than they should, to just mash through and cancel evolution. We probably won't see that from any of the runners here because they're experienced enough to
something we're
avoid
very
it.
aware about, yeah.
Abdalain playing it safe, not even risking escape rope.
Critting the Paris. That's really unfortunate. So hopefully, I'm assuming he knows Paris backup that he'll be doing after the rocket fight.
Also doing left rocket, which I disagree with personally because it gives you 2 extra frame or steps that you can encounter Pokemon on.
Yeah. Critting that Paris is really unfortunate, though.
Right, it will mean that he has to do a backup after the nerd. It's not too bad, it just loses some time.
Yeah, I mean, there is a chance he gets a Paris encounter on his way out, but... pretty low chance.
So Square gets Water Gun Disable. So Disable can actually be terrible on this fight if it gets done to Mega Punch. Mega Punch, by far the strongest move that we have at this point in the run. The backup is just to Water Gun everything.
Lubstick, yes, coughing is upside down in this gen.
Alright, so all 3 runners have made it through Moon Rocket with little to no problem. And Abdalain leaving Moon with a mid-25 if he gets no encounters here.
A very good Moon for a race.
Square not too far behind him, finishing up this super nerd fight.
Yeah, Mega Punch does great damage, but unfortunately, like most of you know, Mega Punch is 85% accuracy, which in Pokemon sounds good, but it can create a lot of problems.
Problems that we might see soon.
Yeah, especially on this bridge coming up.
Yep, so this next section, Nugget Bridge, is very reliant on Mega Punches, and because of that, there is a good amount of volatility that comes up, just because 15% chance to miss, or 15.625, as Pinkish Princess would have it, is a significant chance.
So this this Rival 2 fight that we'll be coming up on is not as dangerous as your regular PB attempts, Rival 2, but it can still be really annoying. Any sort of sand attack can be not fun.
Alright, so Randall in chat, American cheese slice in one hand and cheddar in the other, asks what IT is. So IT is something that you can do by pressing B at the bike shop, or yeah, the bike shop owner, and you'll get instant text. It is fast. It makes the next section very volatile.
It is also very easy to lose, and will lose you a lot of time if one runner loses it and the other runner does not.
Right. So the way that you
not
lose
using it here.
Yeah. So you lose IT by going into any menu, which means that healing is just not possible. Abdalain having to swap out for sand.
Yeah, was that 1 sand attack or 2, Verota? I think it was just 1.
I did not see.
I feel like it was just 1. Interesting idea to swap on the Pidgeotto instead of waiting for the rat, but...
1 sand attack. So, sand attack is one of the big reasons why IT can be so volatile here, because sand attack...
Go ahead, yeah.
Oh, sorry. 1 sand attack can cause a ton of misses and lose a lot of time and take a lot of, or cause a lot of damage to be taken. And if you lose IT, then you lose a ton of time, but if you die because you can't lose IT, then you also lose a ton of time.
Yeah, and even 1 sand attack is really powerful. I think 1 sand attack drops your horn attacks down to like 66% and your mega punches down to like 55. So it's quite powerful, even just 1 sand attack.
And as basically the entirety of the red community will have you know, 66% in red is not 66%.
No, it's not. It's definitely not. On paper, it sounds fine. In practice, no thanks.
Crafted Diet with a valid point. There is one runner who will say that it is 66%. Alright, both Abdalain and Square are very close to each other here. They're both on the first bug catcher.
Yeah, Tec just starting his Rival 2 fight.
Yep. Tech getting sand fail. That's a very good outcome. Let's see if he gets a gust here. No.
And he does get the sand attack. So we'll see what Tec does here. I think he's gonna, yeah. He's gonna try to fight through the Pidgeotto, probably switch on the rat. Or maybe not switch. Some people don't after one sand attack and they just YOLO it.
Yep.
We'll have to see
one
what he
sand
does.
attack doesn't necessarily need to switch, but as you can see, it gets to be very trolly.
Yeah, and he's already missing a lot. Now, it kind of depends on your health, too. If the rat comes out and the rat's doing a lot of damage to him, he might just have to swap.
Hyper Fang here. And a quick attack.
Yeah. Okay, he does hit the Mega Punch.
Missing Mega Punches here. I believe this is Vine Whip crit range. It might be 1 or 2 damage off. And Square misses a Mega Punch into Wrap.
That's really annoying. We'll have to hope that this Wrap is not a full 5-turn.
Oh, 2 turns here. So not a terrible outcome, but a very annoying outcome.
Yeah, it could have been worse though, for sure.
Yep. Love Sekiro in chat making a good point. No over 30 moons. This race has been really well run so far. Tech getting a very slow Squirtle death though.
Yeah, that is very unfortunate. He finally does get the Vine Whip though, and it goes down.
Almost making the scary mistake of switching out to the other poke.
Ooh. That was the close one.
Yep. So when you heal Pokemon after switching out, the cursor gets set on that Pokemon. And if you're not used to it, it's very easy to switch in something that isn't Nido.
Alright, Abdalain does not get the Karate Chop here. So he'll be at quite high health moving through this next section.
Square, meanwhile, going to stall for hopefully a Karate Chop so that he can get Red Bar. Gets a Leer instead.
Yeah,
so,
that's unfortunate.
Yeah. He probably could have gone for Poison Sting there with the Leer badge boost. At the very least, even if that wouldn't have worked, he could still go for another Karate Chop.
Yeah.
So an important consideration for some minor moments like that is that Poison Sting has a faster animation. There are 2 types, Flash and Shake, and generally moves with secondary effects like Poison Sting are Shake animations, and things like Horn Attack that don't are Flashes. And Flashes lose about a half second. The pot 2 runner in here is Abdalain. Square getting through bridge.
Getting his nugget. The different color times are just how the runners have their own times set up. We will be using the audio for the person who's in first.
Yeah. Generally speaking, the runners are going to be comparing either to each other or PB or other run of some sort. And normally people have green set to ahead and red set to behind, but obviously given that there are 2 runners with green, that's not really a great indication of anything here.
No, unfortunately, it's a little confusing right now.
Alright, there's some roasts going on in the chat. I do ask that you are respectful to the runners because they are putting themselves out there and doing their best.
In front of a lot of people.
Yep.
It's stressful. Alright, we'll have to see if Tec gets his, Hey, he gets the karate chop. So if he plays this right, there might be a little bit of time save here for Tec.
So Square going for a horn attack, I assume to maintain Mega Punch count. Getting punished for not taking advantage of the Poison Sting animation by getting a crit and losing even more time. Tec, meanwhile, makes his way to the last fight of Nugget Bridge.
Did you think everyone will be centering here for Misty?
I'm not sure what Abdalain's Mega Punch count is, but he could afford not to.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. Oh, Tec getting close, having to use the potion there. I'm glad he got that.
Tec in a very dangerous situation here.
That scared me. Alright, and he's through. Well, he should be through.
Alright, Abdalain hopefully saying yes to Bill.
And he does. Frame perfect.
We will not see a Suicide here from Abdalain. Square also picking up the Ether. So you can pick up an Ether here or a max Ether later. It doesn't make a huge difference, except for Tec horn attacking the Onyx. Okay.
Must be secret tech I'm not familiar with.
But it just makes slight differences to menus later. And it's really dependent on whether or not you want to fast scroll menus or double, triple, quintuple, sextuple, etc. Input them.
So Abdalain starting his walk toward Dig Rocket.
Yep. Square opting to potion here. His potion count is very low. So he's going to pretty definitively be saving for Misty here.
You would think most runners will be saving for Misty. It's rare to take a death from full health, but it's totally possible. If Misty wants to kill you, she's gonna kill you.
Abdalain, meanwhile, opting to center, which it's safer, but it generally gives you a harder time setting up red bar for later. For currently, Abdalain is in the lead by about a fight. Square is hot on his tail, and Tec is a little bit behind.
Abdalain entering Misty's gym. We'll have to see how this Misty fight goes.
Yep. So this fight can be slightly annoying. There's about a 1 in 8 chance, I believe, that you get a supersonic hit, and at that point it gets very annoying. Avoids it, and gets a tail whip.
Square just going into his Goldeen.
So here's the Misty fight, which is a very annoying fight in both PB attempts and races, because all you can do is thrash and hope that nothing goes terribly wrong.
Yeah, Misty can X defend with on the Starmie, and Starmie's very quick. And
Tec
as we know, fast
misplaying
Pokemon.
on Pidgey.
Ooh.
Mega punching, missing. Oh no.
Oh, not like this. Exactly like this.
So Tech probably gonna have to reset to Cerulean Center.
That hurts.
Abdalain getting a good Misty fight.
Yeah, so talking about this Misty fight, the Starmie's very fast, and in Gen 1, your crit rates are based on your speed. So the faster the Pokemon is, the higher that Pokemon's crit rate is. So seeing a crit Bubble Beam is not that
speaking
unlikely.
of which...
And here we go.
Okay, if this doesn't crit, he's fine. Oh my god.
Oh no.
Why did I say anything? I apologize, Square.
Yeah. That's why we never say it.
Oh no, I'm German. You're right, Pinkish.
And that is why we say for Misty.
Yep.
Like I said before, if she wants to kill you, she's gonna kill you.
So Abdalain now opening up a sizable lead here. Tech, meanwhile, having to take a bit of a walk of shame back to the end of this section. Alright, take 2 for Square. Gets a water gun this time, all is well. Water gun crit actually helps set up red bar for later if he wants it.
Yeah, that's actually great health moving forward. I might have missed it. Did you see Abdalain pick up the full restore?
He did not.
Okay.
So Square, actually a mid 41 with a death is still pretty solid time for him.
Yeah, and he could make up the difference here. If Abdalain's not able to get red bar for Rock Tunnel and Square is, that'll make up a lot of time. Full restores in 2020, yeah. Well, some people like to sell them later.
It is a valid strat, actually, to pick up a full restore to sell in place of TM34 if you run out of potions. It gives an extra $500, and it lets you use your last potion. Square opting to pick it up, actually. Probably for similar reasons to that, just easier money management for later.
Yeah, full restore actually sells for quite a bit. It sells for $1,500, which is quite a bit.
Square hitting an Oddish. Whoever it was who said they'd pay to see Oddish, there you go. Pay up.
Yeah. Pay up. Alright, Abdalain saying hello to boat.
Alright, so coming up is Boat Rival, which is another wonderful meeting with your rival's Pidgeotto, who still has Sand Attack and can still be incredibly annoying.
Boat Rival's an interesting fight because it can go totally fine, or it can go bad. So
also, one cool niche thing to mention that was actually found this year is that if you get Sand Attacked and you use Thrash afterwards, the Sand Attack gets reapplied on every turn, so you're more and more likely to miss.
Yet again, some of that god tier coding we were talking about before.
Abdalain fortunately avoiding a Sand Attack fate. Tech, meanwhile, coming up on Misty. Mega Punching Raticate, which is a good call if you don't want red bar for Fly. Another strat would be to Horn Attack it so you can tank a hit from Raticate. He doesn't do that.
Yeah, the reason why you would want to take a hit from Raticate is that it makes it more common to have red bar in Rock Tunnel. There's a specific health range you would ideally like to be coming out of this fight. So we'll have to see what Square's health is coming out of his Rival 3 fight.
Minnow asks about Kadabar, which is a terrible strat that doesn't work and isn't even good for PB attempts.
Yeah, we just pretend that that doesn't exist.
Yeah, that's the only thing I'll say about it.
Also, Sylph Bar doesn't exist. I'm kidding.
Alright, so Tech here, I'm not sure what he does here. If someone can ask Quangbro, that would be really nice.
So Square just starting his fight. See what this Pidgeotto does.
Yeah.
Actually gives him the quick attack, which he's probably happy to see.
Also, apologies, I was too busy memeing to notice. Did Abdalain pick up Gentle Mandy?
He walked past.
Oh no.
I think. So maybe someone
Square...
in chat can do that. Yeah.
Square taking a bit of a risk, Mega Punching the Raticate there. If he would have missed and gotten Hyper Fanged, then that would be horrible.
Now with this health, Rhoda, would you think he's going to Gentle Mandy?
I'm not sure.
Now I would now with 10. I feel like I would, but that's just a personal choice.
Pinkish, it is a 1 in 152, but also dumber things have happened.
I feel like Square should. Or no, not should. I feel like he will. Maybe he shouldn't, but I feel like he will.
If he's just concerned about getting through the race, then yes, but if he wants to catch Abdalain, it still might not be the most important thing. He's pot 1 for a reason. But it would be nice for...
He might want to just
skips it.
This. Wow.
But yeah, Gentle Mandy is a strat which you pick up a rare candy after a gentleman fight at low health. It's generally only worth it with instant text because the fight is pretty slow.
But it makes some of the fights
Tech
coming up
choosing to thrash a Wild Oddish.
Wow.
I'm really not sure about that.
He's Tech breaking out a lot of strats we don't see.
Meanwhile, Abdalain doing Kanzmanip. I assume he's going to do the standard 58 out of 60. Yeah, so he still doesn't have a cutter, so he's gonna do ducks. Square doing the 6 repel route.
Almost the 7, but back to 6. 7 repel strat win.
Hopefully never.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll consult W sub. Abdalain getting tackle from Voltorb, that's not great. It means he actually has to set up red bar if he wants it later.
Yeah. If Square's able to have a good surge fight here, he can actually gain back his time in Rock Tunnel.
Right. One thing is, Square does have scary health. Voltorb is a range.
Yeah. That's why I was saying Gentleman Candy. I really feel like that might have been just a guaranteed red bar through Rock Tunnel. Make sure those ranges are no longer ranges.
Yep. So I saw Square practicing 60 cans earlier. Let's see if he goes for it. There it is. So if Square misses, he got incredibly unfortunate. But he doesn't miss because he's a god. Abdalain, meanwhile, finishing up Surge, going to get a bike voucher so he can get a bike, be fast, and ruin his poor man's home.
We don't want to skip over this awesome duck strat happening right now. So
I kind of do.
Tech trading for pokes. You don't see this often, so make sure you look.
Okay, Square getting fortunate with the Sonic Boom miss there.
Oh my goodness. So that's one of the reasons why we like Gentleman Candy there, because it makes that no longer a range when you thrash that Voltorb. But Square getting good RNG.
Square having to switch out because he only got 3 turn thrash, and he will die to hit self.
Tec finding time to also talk and chat while he runs.
The duck's walk of shame, indeed. Abdalain teaching Thunderbolts, having a little bit of issue with his inputs, but he got there.
So Tec just going into his rival 3 fight. And both Abdalain and SquareRoot going to be making their way to Rock Tunnel. You are very welcome, Gym Freak.
Alright. So, unless Tech Gen 1 misses, we shouldn't see sand here.
So what do you think, Veroda? Is Abdalain's health worth a stall coming up here to try to get red bar?
So, he has the choice of going for a Slowpoke stall, which Slowpoke has 15 base speed, which translates to about a 2.7% chance of critting, along with a 10% chance of confusion.
Do you think the health is worth it?
I would say yes here, especially because Square has good red bar for the entire split.
Yeah. Now, Abdalain doesn't know what Square's health is at, so he doesn't really know how in danger he is of someone else getting red bar over him.
Alright. This Venonat is actually arranged, by the way, and it can be really scary. Ends up not needing to worry about it, but the Venonat can disable Thrash, and at that point it is fair game. Because disable can last forever, and you are trapped in Thrash.
Yeah. That's a good point, Pinkish. I guess I'm not 6-head enough to have everyone else's streams up at the same time.
Alright, Abdalain going to Rock Tunnel.
So we'll have to see if he goes for the stall here. Doesn't look like it. Tec saying bye to boat.
Alright, we'll see what Abdalain does here. Goes for the Slowpoke stall. Alright, and he is at good health.
Very good.
One important side effect of taking that stall is he's going to have to save for a fight that's coming right up. Not this one, the next one. Tech meanwhile doing his shopping in Vermilion.
Yeah, this last coming up can be annoying.
Alright, we'll see what he does. Alright
then. Well, he's taking the risk.
This is a very dangerous fight now. If Oddish... It's a 55% range to kill Oddish, including crits, which he gets, thankfully.
Wow. Wow.
So Tech just accidentally forfeited, but it was an accident. So he's still running, we just don't have a timer for him at the moment. Opting for pallet cans. Oh no, Alex! He hits an optional. Pallet cans wins again. So, this fight is just standard Bubble Beam all. But this is giving Square a huge opportunity to catch up.
This optional has four pokes, so it's kind of more painful than.
Oh no, I lied. Oh no, he's dead.
No.
He's alive.
The 2 HP!
Oh gosh. Alex is giving me a heart attack.
Oh my goodness. How is this a thing?
So in general, actually, you want to Thunderbolt that Machop because it has a much higher base power, and I don't believe that would be a range.
Red just refuses to punish him here.
Yeah, that was terrifying.
It is just giving him the run.
Alright, Square safely through Oddish Girl. It's now only one fight and some movement behind.
Oh my goodness, my heart can't take this, guys.
Avoiding the Abdalain optional, as he was known.
Wow.
Confused about what to do.
Square able to make up some good time there. He's just starting the fight that Abdalain's finishing.
Yep. Which, considering the Misty Death, these runners are very, very, very close. So Abdalain is actually a very dangerous health here. If he takes a critical quick attack, then he might just die. Deaths here are the most punishing in the run because it's right before you get revives, and it is at about the furthest point away from a center as you can get.
Yeah, so the risk is the Gambler coming up, correct, Verota?
The risk is Gambler coming up, as well as the Pidgey he just faced. Although Pinkish brings up a good point, he has extra experience, so I don't believe the Growlithe is a range. Excuse me. It's basically just late Gentle Mandy.
So we did get to see it, just in a different form.
Tech walking out of the house.
Must be a strat.
Walking back in and digging.
It's a strat we're not familiar with. So we're gonna be going into shopping here soon. Be interesting to see if any of their shopping routes are different, although I doubt they're gonna be that different from each other.
So Square taking the quick attack.
So what do you think,
Abdalain skipping the underground nugget, interestingly enough.
So do you think any of them will be going for early drill here?
I don't think so. Square is at a health in which early drill is not beneficial. Abdalain should, but I don't believe he will, as Pinkish has pointed out. And I don't really think that Tech would know it at this point, seeing as he's relatively new. It's one of those things that you learn later on. Oh, buying 3 super potions, but that might just be a side effect of the fact that he skipped the nugget.
Yeah, now do you think that skipping the nugget was just for time save, or do you think there's
That's a mistake, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's so quick.
Square cutting through the trainer into his Slowbro.
Swag strats.
Yeah, pure swag.
Swag, bro.
Alright, so Square, by virtue of having Revive, is going to have a much safer mid to late game here. The question is whether it will be enough to make up for the time that he's behind. I saw a mouse on screen.
Yeah, so did Abdalain not buy any revives?
Force. Oh, okay. Abdalain's going for a relatively older route here.
Yeah.
So he picks up 4 X specs.
So this next rival fight without revives can be quite dangerous. So we'll have to see how Lavender rival goes for Abdalain.
Interestingly enough, he also leaves about $1,000 on the table. But I guess if he doesn't have revives to use them with, it doesn't matter. So Square actually...
I think that is early drill. Am I wrong?
I don't believe so. He might just be getting a ton of extra, though.
Okay. So I thought normally the early drill strats were buying 13.
And Alex seems to have reset and started again from Fly because his timer is at 35 seconds. Interesting.
Lots of timer issues this run. I'm not used to this.
Alright, so Tech starting his way through Rock Tunnel. I don't think we mentioned pallet cans, but it's just another cans manip that lets you see in Rock Tunnel, or choose whatever pallet you want, but this one is the standard because it allows you to see the outlines of everything, including yourself.
Yeah, it helps you not hit optionals, especially if you're not comfortable going blind through Rock Tunnel. It'll help you see the optionals to avoid them.
Alright. I'm terrified for Alex. I'm not
Me too.
Yeah.
I mean, great pace for a minute into the run.
Okay, avoids the first possible death, which is a quick attack.
Now the issue is, even if he gets through this fight, he's got 2 Chandlers after this. That if he takes a move from Ghastly, if he misses Rock Slide, it's not a good scene. Especially with no revives.
Also, a critical Vine Whip is also just a death here. Okay, he lives. I really hope he heals. Because, once again, this is terrifying. I guess he could do Paris strats later. Tech avoids the stun spore, that's great. One fun little tidbit that I checked earlier today is that every single Paris on Route 3 Minute has maximum attack DV, which makes digging Ghastlies a lot better. And by a lot better, I mean I'm terrified. Please hit your Rock Slides, Alex.
Yeah.
Okay, he's great.
Here we go.
Meanwhile, he is saving. At 1.
Yeah. So he is saving before this fight, which is probably smart with no revives.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. This race is sweaty.
He hits the first Rock Slide. Square through his rival fight with no problems.
Okay. Let it be known that the one save that he just did already loses as much time as the Underground Nugget would have taken to buy, sell, and buy 2 revives with.
Yeah, we'll have to ask him about that afterwards, because I am interested in why he chose to do that.
Alright, Square...
Square on the 1 HP, but he's hitting the Rock Slides.
Alright, he's hit both Rock Slides, so that 1 HP doesn't matter because he's about to get 105 of them restored at the heal pad.
Good math.
Tech, meanwhile, getting cleanly through Rock Tunnel. About to face the last trainer. So, for reference, Rock Slide is 90% to hit, and missing it can lead to Nightshade, which does the damage equivalent to the level of the user, in this case 23 or 24. And it can also use Lick, which has a, I want to say, 30% chance of paralyzing you. And that's just not fun, even though we buy Paralyze heals.
Yeah, and like we've said before, right, 90% sounds great on paper, but in practice, you're going to miss some of those Rock Slides.
So Abdalain not missing a single rock slide here, which is really good.
Yeah, his risky plays are definitely working out. He hasn't been
Tries to
punished
teach
yet.
Squirtle rock slide.
Tries to teach it horn drill, even better.
Oh, horn drill rather. Yeah, I
do not
am very
remember a horn.
confused.
I do not remember a horn being on top of Squirtle's head, but maybe I'm blind.
Tech, meanwhile, at very safe health. He's probably going to do normal drill, but he doesn't have much to worry about health-wise. Taking this movement very safely, so as to not hit the optional. The optional that you can hit there has 5 pokes. She's incredibly slow.
So, on average, what do you think, Rhoda? How far is Square behind Abdalain?
I want to say about 20 seconds. I can time it from end of this fight, though. Maybe 30, actually.
Yeah. Yasukara, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Alright, so these fights are, in my opinion, the makeup of the most boring part of the run. Oh, Tech almost just skipping half the shop. And buying Horn Drill late, hopefully.
Now, I can't admit to that I have forgotten to buy Horn Drill before. So hopefully he does pick it up on his way out.
Alright, Pink is saying there's a 26-second difference. Abdalain gets Smog hit. It's a 5-year difference the other way now. Sorry, it's an old meme.
So where's the next chunk of, or where's the next spot where someone could make up some time here? Because we are safe for a little bit for a while.
So there are, of course, some unreasonable risks, such as self-bar, that could be made up or gone for, but Tech by getting counter, okay. Based off of PvE and what I just have seen and know of the runners, Square buffers a lot more and just has very, very, very solid execution, so I believe that the time could be made up just through execution, especially given that Abdalain is taking a lot of undue risk by not buying revives here.
Yeah. Like, I would not be shocked. If he's playing this risky already, I would not be shocked to see him do something else here.
Hellboy, I don't think Abdalain is going to self-bar here. And I really think it would be catastrophic if he tried.
Yeah. And I mean, being in the lead like this, there's no reason to throw it away.
I'd argue there's a negative reason.
Yeah. I think no and negative is the same, but...
Oh, Tech took a death, so he needed to pick up extras. I totally forgot.
Yes, that's right.
Okay, so he doesn't really have enough. It'll be interesting to see what he does. He just looks for other things to sell.
Now, you could split the shopping up into 2 trips, but unfortunately that is slow.
Chooses to sell Revive.
Yeah.
That'll be interesting.
I mean, he still has the 1. He can still pick up 1 when he gets farther in.
So this is a note to everyone watching at home who might have a race coming up. This is why you play things extremely safe. You never know when a Mega Punch miss could just ruin everything. So Square making it out of Lavender Tower.
Yep, Abdalain on his way for Silphco. Tec going to his fly menu. And Square on his way to Silphco. So still very close race.
Yep, I just checked on Square's stream. He is 28.9 seconds behind. at the flute split. Abdalain starting this fight, I assume he's gonna thrash the Arbok. This Arbok can be very annoying because it can paralyze you, and well, that's just really slow. It's an extra menu.
Yeah. So if we see the glare here, nope.
Nope, no glare. All right, so Sylph Bar is a very risky strat. It runs you about 47% on average to die, and it can save up to about 45 seconds. It's generally only used for either world record level attempts or if your run is basically unsalvageable otherwise. Obviously here, it's just not a good idea.
Yeah, you won't see most runners going for it unless for some reason they really feel they need the time save, but like Verota said, it's extremely risky.
Right. At this point, both Square and Abdalain could just play normally and have a great shot at making it to round 2. Abdalain pausing for a second, wondering if he has the card key. He does.
So the next little bit of time save here might be who actually has correct health for boom strats coming up. If someone has to stall for damage, that might be enough for someone to get some time save.
Amoeba is in chat talking about the Sylphival Giot bar, which is just what happens when you get Sylph bar off of Pidgeot. It's extremely rare. All right. This is weird health.
Wow.
Wonder if Twang broken. I'm not gonna keep going with that.
So at Abdalain there, Abdalain getting good hits.
All right. So another consideration that we have here is getting down to 79 health or lower. I guess it's actually 80 health or lower for Koga's Wheezing. That happens at 132 health. So add as needed from here to do your own mental math. But basically, that's the minimum roll for Wheezing's self-destruct. And if you're above that, then you need to do some backups to keep red bar as long as normal.
Yeah, not having red bar after the Koga fight is extremely painful and loses a lot of time. So it's really important that you're able to set that up.
Yep. So looks like both runners are going to be going for some sort of damage later. Fortunately, you can get damage without stalling in most cases. Tech opting for top path for the 4th floor in Lavender Tower. So here's the regular acceptable stall you're going to see on Square's end, I believe. You can Ether on Cubone, and that both saves a menu and allows it a chance to Bone Club you.
Yeah, now the meme is you never see the Bone Club.
Yeah, but, Bone Club actually doesn't exist.
But, like, Focus Energy exists, but Bone Club does not.
So Cubone is a 1 in 4 to attack you with Bone Club, and Bone Club is 85% chance to hit.
Yeah, generally if you see Bone Club, you're getting 2 of them and one of them's a crit.
W Boy making a fantastic point. Bone Club does exist when you die to Bone Club.
Exactly.
Alright, so here's the second chance to get hit by Nidorino. Or, yeah, to get a hit from Nidorino because you set up an X accuracy.
Yeah, so Square kind of high health going in here.
Yep. Abdalain thinking for a second. Tech teaching Horn Drill, hopefully to the right Pokemon. Yes.
Now, if you were Square here, what would you do, Verota, for damage? Would you just wait for the Hypno, or what?
I would wait for Hypno.
Yeah.
The backups are good enough that there's not much reason to stall. Especially when you're already at some sort of damage. If he was at full, it might be reasonable to stall.
Right. Yeah, Pinker's saying he would X-Ax the Drowsy, and that is a strat.
Yep, X-Act Drowsy is also a very reasonable strat.
Now, Square did buy 13 X accuracy, so he might be planning on that, because if he did an early drill, that might be where the extra X accuracy comes into play.
Alright, Tech being the second runner here to bonk on the stairs there. I'm wondering if that's just a thing with them.
It sets up an RNG minute for later.
It does not.
Okay. I was trying to give him something here.
Alright, so both Abdalain and Square making it out of Giovanni with suboptimal health. They both want to take a hit at some point here. Square almost hitting the 9th floor, in which case you have a short little walk of shame up the stairs. Alright. Abdalain with a good enough menu. Square taking his time, making sure he doesn't actually or accidentally super push or super repel here. Apologies. Let's see if Abdalain goes for PP up here.
Now, PP up strat, a lot of people use it to, especially in the tournament, to make Viridian Rival that much safer.
Right.
Now, it's still a good chance to win no matter what, but this just guarantees it.
So I'm just going to give it to him. My co-commentator here is the progenitor of 2020 PP up.
Thank you, and I'm glad everyone's using it. Let's go. So Abdalain does pick it up.
Yep, as does
Square picks it up. Good.
Also, Square seems to have made up a significant chunk of time here, unless my recollection of how long Cycling Road is just wrong.
Now the real question is, does Tec pick up PP up?
Well, we will find out shortly.
Yeah.
Square messing up his menu a little bit.
But Square's still gaining time here.
Yep. I didn't catch it. Did Abdalain use the PP up here, or is he going to use it later? I saw that he did a 3 repel route, in which case... Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so on the 3 repel route, generally you do use it later. But I guess he used it now.
I know there are some routes that opt to wait until the Blizzard menu. Or, as I'll call it for Abdalain, the Strength menu.
Yeah, I was about to say that. I think Sheep is, like Pinkish said, only 10 seconds behind, so he's making up significant time here.
Yep. So, I guess that's just another PSA to runners who are watching, is menus are extremely important. As you can see, just off the strength of 2 menus, basically, Square made up 10 seconds. And that's with some mistakes. Alright, Tech meanwhile getting his tree elixir. Abdalain picking up a revive there.
Square picking up this old man's teeth.
Yep. So do you think you have a stick that you pick it up with, or do you just pick up those saliva coated, grimy
I'm assuming
Like,
it's the ones that yeah, like they're proper dentures, just gold plated.
All right, I hope he cleans them, because yikes. All right, so Square catching up even more. Alex struggling a little bit with that menu.
Tec looking like he's gonna be fine through this rocket fight. We'll see if he takes any damage from his rival fight. Because like we said before, you do want to be within a certain health range for the upcoming Koga.
So they're like neck and neck at this point.
Yeah.
And this sort of thing is why I said that there's no need for Square to take risks. He has really solid execution.
Yeah, it really feels like we are less than 1 to 2 seconds between them. Yeah, I agree with Ward. Let Hypno decide.
Fortunately, Hypno won't decide much here unless he decides to go just ham on them. We'll also see if Square opts to take the Drowsy Stall instead. Drowsy Stall can end in a death, but...
Do you prefer the Drowsy Stall over the Hypno?
I do not, personally, but it's probably correct. Alright, Tech, meanwhile, taking a ton of damage from this Pidgeot.
Well, he won't need to be stalling for damage.
Also, yeah, Headbob mentions that Abdalain leveled early. That is because he fought an optional in Rock Tunnel, which gave him some extra
and Square gets
experience.
Square does get the headbutt there for a little bit of damage.
So at this point, his health is pretty fine. He might want another hit, but this is okay. Okay, cool. That T-Volt stall was very questionable. So Square is going to be at 84 after this fight, or rather on Weezing, and it is a very favorable range to die there, especially given Koga's ability to use both X attack and for Weezing to crit, or the ability for Weezing to crit. Detect used the Ether.
He did.
Okay. Alright, Abdalain seeing an X attack. Choosing to stall with Bubble Beam, which is slightly worse than choosing to stall with Pokeflute, but he won't have to worry about his health because
the X attack guarantees that'll kill there.
Yep, as I said before, it is 79 to 93 damage.
And people who are new to this, we actually want to die on this fight.
Yep,
so
Square taking the death there. Cool.
Yeah, so we can rare candy after this, which will level us and guarantee us red bar for the next considerable time.
Abdalain not candying here. Also, alternatively to that, Leo. Oh no, they both died. What are they gonna do now?
The backups. Over. We'll have to see what backups they know.
Okay, anyways, now that we got that out of our systems. Abdalain candying after Warden, which doesn't really matter. Also swapping potions for X speeds. Wait, where's he gonna teach strength? He just didn't teach strength.
Yeah, we're gonna find out.
Oh, gets trolled a little by the girl there. Square doesn't have to swap here, and he's teaching Surf at a slightly different spot. And we're about 2 seconds apart. Just so you know, it's standard to teach strength on the Blizzard menu, but Abdalain was confused about it a couple of races ago. Just some light-hearted ribbing between friends.
Yeah, this is a very even race. Considering we are an hour 25 into this race, this is pretty well as close as you can get. 9.
So this is the Walk of Shame up that I mentioned. It's really fast, but you feel bad about yourself for a little bit. Tech not digging out immediately. I don't think he remembers that you can. Bonking on the wall.
That bonk was so quick it looked like swag to me.
Alright, so
Square
pulling ahead on the menu.
I think Square takes the lead here.
Yeah. Tech remembered, but it would have been faster to just walk out. Okay, no, I actually don't think it would be. Alright, Abdalain throwing paraheels. That could be an issue later in some very niche scenarios, but it's probably the best item to toss at this point.
Yeah, I would agree.
Square picking up candy. We'll see that in about 20 minutes.
Yeah, this candy here is used for the Agatha fight. It makes it much safer, although Agatha can still troll you if she wants.
Yep.
But you'll see most runners pick up this rare candy here.
Yep. By and large, it's just trolling, though, with Agatha candy. Whereas before, it was very possible to just die. So you see the runners going to Erica, Tech struggling to pick up the rare candy, but not hitting an optional or anything, so still fine.
See if he gets the PP up.
Score actually just on execution opening up a sizable lead.
Tec not getting the PP up, so he will be doing the original Viridian rival fight. Choosing not to get PP up. I disagree, but to each their own.
Alright. So here we're entering Blizzard, which is a 90% accurate move, which tends to hit that 10% accuracy, or 10% inaccuracy, rather, at very inopportune times. One of those inopportune times is on this Tangela that's coming up. It can constrict you, which is annoying, and it can bind you, which can be a disaster.
Yeah, and like we said before, these accuracies sound good, but they will fail you at the worst times.
Tech biking to... Getting confused at which tree he's biking to, I should say. And there you see the Constrict come out for Abdalain.
That's still making it through without any issues.
Yep.
Square just finishing his Erica fight.
Yep, Square with a 521 Erica split. That is his gold.
Nice.
Erica just swagged him. And Square has opened up a 17-second lead on this split.
Now, this is one of my favorite parts of the run, the questions. These questions are very hard.
Yep. So, Blaine questions are a very annoying, very boring, very important part of the run, execution-wise. You can literally save 4 or 5 seconds just by being good at these text boxes. Left Safari Zone guy.
Interesting. My personal favorite question is coming up. Let's see if everyone in chat knows the answer.
I don't know. Which one is your favorite?
Well, I'm always under the impression that Tombstoner is a Pokemon move, and I am proud to say that I have lost plenty of good run to answering that wrong. So we'll have to see if we do Swag Stoner here.
Yep. As a fun side note, TM28, which is Dig, is the only non-gym TM, which is mandatory in the game, which I assume is why they have it as a question. Also, never mind. I for a second didn't realize whose audio you're on. So let's see if we get any super potions here. So Blaine's AI is kind of weird in that he can use a super potion even from full health. So turn 1 super potion saves about 5 seconds just because you can hit Growlithe immediately and it doesn't outspeed you. Turn 2 saves about 2 seconds of agility text box. Tech, meanwhile, doesn't need to set up at least, so...
No, and I think his health is fine, assuming no confusion crit.
And yeah, Alex getting the super potion. So this health is actually a range to die to Hypno for tectectectec. Confusion does between 42 and 50. Also, yeah, as a side note, which Pinkish just brought up, if you get Super Potion and have the extra Horn Drill from PP up, you can actually drill Growlithe, which saves a turn and a little bit of time.
Well, Abdalain going for Sabrina, Square just about to start his Sabrina fight.
Yep, let's see. He does bottom Sabrina. I respect it. It's a good call.
No, Sabrina should be fine, assuming no Gen 1 misses. That's basically the only way that this fight can go sideways.
Alright, what do you think Abdalain does? Right Brina, left Brina, top Brina?
I think bottom.
Oh, it's right. Quanliways with the classic inside Sabrina pick. I like that. You've got Gusto. Wait, no, that's lewd. You got me, that's lewd. Wanli.
PG stream. Alright, so it looks like the Sabrina fight is going absolutely fine.
Alright, yep, no Gen 1 misses for Square. And Tech gets Boom.
Yeah, it's really good that Tech didn't eat a confusion there, because that would have been painful.
Alright, so now you're going to see this cool little minor tech. Basically, it's faster to get on the warp tile and dig out because you skip the dig animation. It saves, I believe, 12 frames.
Which is what, a quarter second?
A fifth of a second.
Yeah.
Which doesn't seem like that much, but at the top level, every frame matters.
Square's going into Giovanni's gym. Abdalain hot on his tracks.
Yep, let's... Okay,
now we're coming up to the infamous Karate King.
Yep.
Now Karate King unfortunately can kill you if he wants, and it can be a major point in the run where some people lose time and some people get ahead. So we'll have to see how this fight goes.
So generally speaking, runners save for this fight, and the reason for that is because you can just die here. If he karate chop crits you or low kick crits you, then that's a nice Squirtle. Then you just die, and reviving is actually slower because of red bar, because you want to keep the red bar through the Bruno fight here.
So this is a very tense part of the run for these
No,
runners.
Square gets the karate chop crit.
That's really unfortunate. So he'll be trying it again here. We'll have to see what happens with Abdalain.
So that's like the second karate chop crit we've seen in this tournament. Oh no, I think. Oh no, Abdalain.
And Abdalain. The low roll. Is that a low roll?
That was a low roll crit.
Oh my.
Or non-crit. Oh wait, no, that's so unfortunate. So, Karate Chop is about 70% to crit. It's a high crit rate move, which is 8% more likely.
Now,
so the assumption for most people, as soon as they see Karate Chop, is that it's just a dead. Or yeah, it's just a death.
It's really unfortunate he didn't see the 1 HP, or he was in the middle of resetting already.
So Square keeps the lead, even though he doesn't necessarily... He shouldn't necessarily have it.
Yeah,
but
that was really... I mean, I don't really blame him. I've never had a karate chop that I actually lived there.
Yeah, that was a fast flub, though, from Abdalain. Well, as fast as major mistakes like that can be, I guess.
Yeah.
So Square talking to Geo. Tech, meanwhile, on his Blizzard menu, seems like it's going well.
So after all that, we are basically back to what we were before Karate King. Both runners taking a death there, even if they didn't have to.
And it looks like Tec accidentally swapped down Repel and was looking for it a little bit. Alright, Giovanni, there's not really much to see here. You just Earthquake everything and hope to hit a range on a Blizzard and not miss Blizzard.
Yeah, so we are coming up on the Viridian Rival fight, which is where the majority of the PP up strat is used for.
Yep. Square hits the range. That's about 50-50. About 55% including crits.
Yeah, it's always annoying not hitting that range, because then you have to try to use Blizzard again, and it has a chance to miss. So it's really good just hitting the range the first time. Oh,
Abdalain Horn Drills right on. That was a YOLO drill, people. 30%.
And it hit!
So, there's been some discourse about luck in
Abdalain
the Pokemon speedrunning community.
Abdalain is getting all the good ones.
Yeah, Abduluck might be a thing, people.
Everyone else's bad RNG is going towards his good RNG. Because this is crazy.
Alright, an important consideration here, though, is that means that he will have to Earthquake Jinx, most likely, on Lorelei.
What's the range for that, Baroda?
It's about 76%, and you're not guaranteed to die from there. But it's very unfortunate.
Yeah. But I mean, he's hitting 30%, so he should be able to hit a 75% no problem.
Yep. Square hitting the Blizzard range. Tech, meanwhile, starting up the gym leader cleanup. W-Stop Boy, he cannot because he only bought 4 X-Specs. He just used... Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm very... I was paying attention to Tech. I am concerned.
So is there a backup moving forward for him?
So the safest thing to do would be to fly back to Celadon City and buy more items, assuming that that's not going to happen. He's just got to play this by ear. Oh, that's unfortunate. He is Vine Whip, so he's not necessarily dead.
Oh, the Miss Blizzard.
It's the second Blizzard. Oh, no.
No.
That's incredibly unfortunate for Abdalain. So he's going to have to revive, which he picked one up in Safari.
So he does have the revive. And unfortunately, seeing the crit there, you would think that's a good thing. But unfortunately, it resets the X items that you've used. It doesn't reset, but it ignores them.
Yep, so the way that crits work in this gen is they just ignore all stat changes and plug in your level to the damage formula as twice of what it normally is.
Yeah, so as much as a crit sounds good, unfortunately there, you really didn't want to see a crit.
It's actually terrible when you buff. So Square now with a firm grasp on this race. Randall Abdalain had a very strange Viridian rival fight, which culminated in him dying to Venusaur and having to revive.
Square making his way through Victory Road. Abdalain walking, which is an interesting strat.
He doesn't use strength, though, at least. Meanwhile, Tech checking if he has burn heal now, because he is starting the Blaine fight. Let's hope he gets a super potion turn 1. No such luck. Meanwhile, Square on the second boulder puzzle. The boulder puzzles in Viridian Road are pretty standard and simple, but execution mistakes can be very bad, especially on this one between boulders 2 and 3, because the super repel is a little bit tight.
And some of these optionals, if you hit them, are extremely bad.
Right, you definitely don't want to hit an optional.
No.
You think we're going to see any swag boulders out of Square or Abdalain?
I would love to see one, but I think they are way too focused on their race right now. But I really do hope we see one.
In my opinion, if you're not swag bouldering, you're not trying.
Yeah, I think he did. I feel like I saw Abdalain just try. Oh, there it is! We got one! Yeah! Oh, double!
Wins!
Yeah. I think we just got 2. You got 2 for the price of 1, chat.
So, swag boulders lose a turn frame, which is 2 frames. And they also burn a repel step. But they're pretty cool. Square bunking on the bottom. It doesn't matter, though.
So as we're preparing for the Elite Four here, what fights are the most dangerous, Rhoda?
Hold on, I just want to comment. Abdalain just did a swag boulder that was optimal because it didn't lose the turn frame into bonking on the side of where he was supposed to be going.
So now we are at 3 swag boulders.
Alright, so as far as the Elite Four goes, all of the fights are pretty standard with the exception of Agatha, which can just troll the daylights out of you, and Lance, who can crit you. It's also all HP dependent, i.e. Champion, there are some risks involved with both Wing Attack and Sky Attack. And for Bruno, if you've already taken damage, or well, rather, you want to take damage, but you don't want to be Slam Crit. Slam Crit is a death.
And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I think Slam Crit's at 2%, so it's very unlikely, but it can still happen.
Right, so Onyx has about a 13.7% crit rate, and it's 1 in 5, I think, to use Slam. because of Bruno also being able to use Hex Defend.
So Square did the switch there on the flyer because Lorelei's AI is amazing, and Dewgong will always want to rest turn 2. So that allows you a turn 2 setup and drill the rest of her pokes.
Nenmaster B asking the important questions. So what is a swag boulder? So if you turn, I believe within 2 frames of when you hit the boulder, you will turn and the dust that would normally be coming out from the other side comes out in front of you.
Or to the side of you, right?
Yeah, it's just coded to go out in front of you. So the fact that you turn means that
Abdalain going for the deposit strats, which I actually agree with.
Yeah, Abdalain does not have any repel or revives left. So depositing is objectively correct here.
Yeah, I agree.
Greeny, Gen 1 coding is a dumpster fire, but we love it.
Square just starting his Bruno fight. It's this Onyx you have to watch out for, even though it's a low chance.
No. 0 for 3 this run on Karate Chops, if you consider Abdalain as a death. Also, Tech not soft resetting that, which loses a little bit of time. Humis DS says Black Belt Karate Chop is guaranteed.
I agree with that.
The way that we changed your mind is that Abdalain did not get a Karate Chop crit. He just reset anyways for solidarity with Square. Squarity, if you will.
Oh, good one. 7 out of 10 joke. Maybe
speaking of 7 out of 10, that's Karate Chop's crit rate.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh.
So Square through his Bruno fight. He's going to be going to Agatha here. You're going to see him use a rare candy. This is the candy we picked up before. The rare candy helps this fight, but it can Agatha can still troll you if she wants.
Square being incredibly safe and supering twice.
I don't mind that play.
I don't necessarily agree with it here, just because Nightshade is a good outcome as far as Red Bar is concerned, but I can see the merit of it if you end up taking no damage. Tech getting through Black Belt on his second try.
So we're gonna keep an eye on this Gengar here, see what he uses.
Oh boy. So this is a big opportunity for Abdalain.
Yeah. So this is what we were talking about.
Okay. Never mind. It was only a small opportunity for Abdalain.
That was very lucky that he only got the 2-turn confusion or the single.
Alright, hits the Blizzard, so he should be safely through the Agatha fight.
So as you can see there, if that confusion stayed and you continue to hit yourself, you can be in a weird situation. But that Agatha fight actually turned out to be okay.
Double Super Potion was not necessarily a good thing, but it was safe. And that's what he's going for, especially knowing that he's about 2 minutes ahead. So Square Gen 1 missed, and I missed it.
I guess I did too.
But no harm, no foul. Square is
gets through without any issues. He's gonna be moving on to Lance now.
Yep.
So you will always see, well, not always, but most runners will say for Lance, if Lance crits you with his first move, Hydro Pump, it's pretty well guaranteed to kill. I think it is just guaranteed to kill. I think it's 16% to happen. So
Square going for the YOLO strat.
Wow. Now, what do you think there?
I like it. He has about a 2-minute lead, and he has enough HM pokes that he will be fine, even with the death. So he's gonna T-Bolt, probably take a death, and then revive. Alright, gets the second shot for a crit. No dice. And he is dead.
Well.
So that looks bad, but it's actually really good. First of all, the hyper potion usage means I don't believe Blaine has 2. Or Blaine, Lance has 2, so he doesn't have to worry about him using it on... Oh, that's unfortunate.
Abdalain taking wing attacks here. He's just thunderbolting the Golbat.
Okay, gets the Dragon Rage. So now this fight is free for Square, and he doesn't have to worry about being heal looped.
Abdalain thunderbolting the Haunters too.
Right, 1 per Pokemon. Is he out of Earthquakes?
I'm assuming so.
Did I miss a disable or something? Yeah. Does something know disable here? Oh, he burned extras.
Okay, so he was saving the Earthquake for the Arbok here. He didn't have enough for the full fight, I guess.
Tech, meanwhile, making his way through the Viridian rival fight. Still on a respectable pace, considering he started out relatively recently.
So
okay, he had to Ether on Bruno, which lowered which meant he has a bad Earthquake count. Thank you, Randall.
That makes sense. Abdalain always trying to load a state here. I've noticed that like 5 times.
Progreon, I'm pretty sure the 20 seconds time difference isn't actually real. It just came from Tech resetting his timer and putting it back on. So he just estimated where he was based off of someone's stream. Tech hitting the Blizzard and not getting a crit, so he is through. Square playing champ incredibly safe. He knows he has the win.
Yeah, I would agree with playing this as safe as possible.
I do slightly disagree with this choice just because he does have a revive, but I guess it's reasonable if you're scared about a second sky attack.
So we'll have to see if Abdalain, what kind of strats he's doing for Lance.
129 is safe. The highest roll that Hydro can give you is 128.
Abdalain just using an X speed on Lance with a reset.
That's unfortunate.
That really is unfortunate. So I think he meant to X special there.
Yeah, he probably wanted to check for a miss. Yeah, as WSOP just said. Square, meanwhile, has to Earthquake and then get through Rhydon, but he's at extremely safe health, so he should have no problems getting through this. And that will be a win for the SquareRootofSheep.
Awesome. What time do you think?
Time's going to be about a low 155, I think.
Very respectable race time, especially with a Misty Death.
Abdalain, meanwhile, getting really not a good roll. That's barely in red bar. I think it might even level out. No, it doesn't level out on the next level. But yeah, it's very unfortunate health.
Tec just entering his victory road.
Actually, oh, because he had to teach Dig, so his Surf and Strength are flipped in his menu.
Yeah, that's annoying, especially with your muscle memory. It's hard to remember.
Alright, and that's the last poke. So Square is through.
Square will be getting first in this race.
Yep. This looks like a 155-24 or so.
Abdalain just starting his champion fight.
Yep. Abdalain also with a very respectable showing. First of all, he didn't forfeit. And second of all, I think he's really improved a lot at the game recently.
And with the risks he took early, yeah, very good.
Yep. If it weren't for that Viridian rival death, he would have probably been on 156 or maybe high 155 pace. But alas, actually no last. No one here did last strats.
Yeah, surprisingly enough, not a single last strat to be found. And I'm happy about that.
Alright. Abdalain is drilling. And Tech making his way through Victory Road. Very respectable showing from Tech as well.
Yeah, considering everything he ran into too, this is a very good time. Square coming up on time himself there.
Alright. And here's the end of Abdalain's run. Looks like this is a 157.13. Which is going to be, I believe, a borderline time for advancement. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll have to see how the rest of the second place times pan out.
Oh, but you're right. He did deposit, so it's going to be a high 156, which is very nice. More like a 156, 56, 57. Tech making his way to the Elite Four. We're going to see if we can get some interviews going here. And that is indeed a race PB for Abdalain. Really solid showing from him.
Yeah. To get a race PB in the middle of a stressful race is very, very good.
I'm very impressed with his performance. For those who don't know, he has a penchant to forfeit and otherwise lose out on runs. So the fact that he could do sub 157 is very good for him.
Yeah, great job to all runners here. We'll have to see how tectectec's Elite Four finishes. Yeah, today's a big race day, guys, so make sure to stick around. There'll be lots more races to come.
This is the 3rd out of 6 races today.
Hello.
Yo, what's up, Abdalain? GG's.
Oh,
very respectable 156.57.
I think I told you before this race started, Rhoda, that I was gonna get a 157. So.
Yep.
Yeah, good job. And this is a race PB for you, right?
Yes, it is actually.
Yeah, that's amazing to get a race PB in the middle of a stressful race like this. Great job.
I was actually on 154 pace after Giovanni.
Yeah, incredible.
And everything just went downhill after horn drilling ride on.
Yeah, so there's a couple of actually all in that little section of the run. First off, the karate chop.
I thought I died.
Karate chop non-crit.
I don't even blame you.
Oh gosh, I did not see that happen.
Yeah, that was
I think I've done it before too, though, to be honest.
Yes, that was a huge moment, because Square actually also took a karate chop death.
Oh no, because like, I saw Karate Chop and I instantly hit A, B, start, select. I was like, no.
Yeah, the low roll there was really unfortunate.
Also, I guess I know exactly what you were thinking, but like, what was going through your head on the Viridian rival fight?
I was thinking that 2x specials with Blizzard would have been enough to kill the Venusaur, but I guess not.
I mean, with the crit though, it's just not.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, that was unlucky.
I'd love to know about the no revive strats. Some of your shopping there. We saw you skip the nugget.
I've hardly ever grabbed that hidden nugget there.
Also, yeah, chat saying tectectectec opting not to use Agatha Candy.
Well, this should be interesting.
No,
but yeah, you're just not comfortable with the revive routes?
I'm not. That's why I grabbed the revive in Safari Zone, just in case something happens, like Viridian Rival.
Right.
We were terrified for you.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
All right, Square. He just muted. Oh no, I think it's because he's typing.
It's because I'm typing, and hotkeys are difficult.
So how did you feel at that Misty Just Square?
I felt fine.
Yeah?
It happens. You just keep going.
Yep, 2 deaths.
This is
still
really
155.
2 deaths. Well, dying twice to Misty, I mean, that would upset me. But I can keep my composure with 1 Misty death. And I did heal to a reasonable HP. It was just unlucky with I think I lived regular water gun there, if I'm not mistaken.
So, Square, you know that you're, like, objectively the coolest runner in PSR now, right?
Because of Mount Moon?
Yeah, because of Mount Moon.
Tec taking a death here.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, and that's the power of Agatha Candy.
Yeah, this is why we candy.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm not on screen, but if I could, I would show everyone that I have IGT 36 and IGT 37 maps printed out on paper, like lying next to me, like just within reach.
We were
and
very
I saw
impressed.
Her walk right, and I grabbed IGT 36, flopped it onto the table, and did my best to do the A presses in these weird spots. I also did Stringflow's alternate movement at the end rather than that weird zigzag. That gives
drops
you,
it to
like, better
57.
Yeah, God Gamer.
I mean, like, for the record, I popped into Square's stream like 10 minutes, 20 minutes before the race, and he was practicing frame 36 IGT Moon Manip.
That is true. I was not practicing 37. I only practiced 36 today. I did 37 yesterday.
All right, Tech, getting through Agatha.
Good gosh.
Yeah, slowly but surely.
Well, considering Square's pot 1 and I was pot 2, and I'm only a minute and a half behind him, I think I did pretty good.
Oh, that was an
You
incredible
did.
run.
Man.
Yeah, and you had us on the edge of our seats, especially after seeing the no revives and stuff. We were holding our breath.
So I hope you know, like, you went into Rival at 8. That's just dead to Pidgey, or Pidgeotto, at, a lot of rolls from Quick Attack. Like, that could have just been the end. As well as... Lavender Rival. And then Ivysaur crit as well. And you saved... No, Abdalain.
I saved at Ghastly. I didn't save beforehand, no.
No, yeah, he saved at the Chandler.
Yeah, like, I think your run's just done if you died there.
Well, here's the thing. I never missed a Rock Slide or a Mega Punch that run.
No, you're right. But also, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
It only takes one.
Yeah, we were joking about Abdalain because it seemed like you had it this run.
Well,
you're just skating through.
If you go look at my 151 run, like, there is some good luck I get.
Yeah, I mean, you have to get good luck on some level to do well.
Totally.
Or at least not heinous luck. Tech just taking the Hydro Pump miss. Doesn't need Red Bar.
I think Tech just wants to finish at this point.
Well, for a new runner, I think Tec's kind of new to the scene. This is a respectable time. Races are stressful. There's a lot going on, a lot of things that can happen. So just finishing the run is a good. It's good.
Anyways, I'm heading out. I got other stuff to do, guys.
All right.
Well, great run. Anything? Any other comments you have about your run?
Not really, other than I could have played a little bit smarter.
Oh.
Yeah, but with that finishing time in a race PB, I don't know if you can ask for anything better.
No.
So
really
great
can't.
job, Ben.
Thank you.
Yep. We'll see if you make round 2. It looks like a really good to borderline time. So we'll see.
Like that I earthquaked the ride on. That was upsetting.
Yeah, we did see that.
Yeah. It's okay.
What else
You won.
did I do? There's a list. It's not too long of a list, but there's a
Well,
list of
I will
things.
tell you what you didn't do. Abdalain gave us like 3 swag boulders, and you gave us 0.
Yeah.
So, do you
Well,
have a
at that
comment
point,
about that?
I did not know that he had. When I saw his time for Lorelei, I assumed he had an optional. I didn't know what happened. I was not watching. I was just going off splits.
Yeah, I think it was more than 3 swag boulders. I only
In my
caught 3 of
mind,
them.
like I was, using repel, and he was probably in Victory Road, like in my mind. So I was not
Right.
going to go for any.
Because you didn't see the death.
I did not see the death exactly.
Gotcha.
I only saw the Giovanni split, which was very good. I didn't know Horn Drill was
Yeah.
used on the fight.
Yeah, natural
So-
horn drill too.
How did you feel just like just as the pot 1 runner, your execution is generally going to be better. But how did it feel, I guess, progressively seeing like 10-second save, 10-second save, and then suddenly seeing a minute and a half on Giovanni, especially with the black belt death?
Yeah. I mean, the 10 seconds saved here and
Lorelei.
there, I sort of expect, I guess, just from doing slightly more optimal menus. That being said, I still did
Tech
definitely
trying to
mess
drill
up some
Alakazam,
menus.
but he doesn't outspeed him.
No, and he gets the reflect.
Interesting.
This is scary. I'm sorry I cut you off.
No, you're good.
We see the side beam here.
Psybeam is a death.
Oh, and I mean a crit's definitely a death.
Oh
Oh, because he
boy.
didn't Agatha Candy, he has to X-speed on the
Oh.
Yeah.
Does he have X speeds? Well, there's the really unfortunate Lance talk.
Oh, and he didn't. Yeah, so he's gonna have to refight Lance here.
No, he doesn't. He just talks to him. He already saved.
Oh, he saved Dennis, so he's just talking to him.
So, avoiding... I mean, I don't really know that changes much because a large portion of that death was just the crit. I can't imagine that being boosted by spec, you're gonna die.
I was scared he didn't save for Lance there.
Yeah, Randall brings up a good
Or
point.
after.
A double X special, probably. I
Yeah.
don't know if that would be enough.
Well, Randall, I think the issue, if I'm reading right, was that he leveled after Pidgeot, in which case the badge boosts don't matter. Here's a Sky Attack. I don't... Yeah, this is just a scary situation for him.
On
He
some
tries
level, I kind of.
Another Horn Drill.
Oh, he should be going for EQ, of course. I don't think he's act yet, right?
He gets crit again!
Yeah, that's
Oh,
really
gosh.
unfortunate. So it looks like we're having our death loop here.
It's not even Blizzard this time. Sag.
Oh yeah, but what I was saying was like I took the win and double supered on Agatha and did the quote unquote YOLO Lance, just to not death loop. But it would have been nice if Abdalain was on my tail, because then I'm just dossing him right now. Sorry, Abdalain.
It's okay.
Then I would have went for the some red bar strats and could have gotten a better time. I don't know. I guess sub 155 would have been possible.
Yeah,
I
I
didn't
don't know
do
how
those
this
safe
time
strats.
stacks up. Like, I think it's probably like 6th or so currently for pot 1.
Yeah, I don't expect it to be pot 1, but at the same time, it wasn't worth risking the race for it,
Oh, correct. Yeah. Trying to use Spike on the Pidgeot. It's not gonna work.
Alright. Hopefully he can get through this fight. He's learned his lesson. He goes for Earthquake instead of
There
turn
we
1
go.
Horn Drill.
Should 2-shot, right? With Reflect
Yeah.
Up? Or Crit might KO, right?
That's scary.
Oh, here comes the Psychic.
No.
Oh, and there it is again.
Oh, Tech, no.
And a crit just to put the cherry on top.
Does he still have the candy?
This is heartbreaking. I don't know if he has candy. Quite lagging. He's slower because he's losing the badge boost from the X spec because he's getting level 54. He didn't do Agatha Candy. Oh, this is really rough.
Now, what's the crit rate on Alakazam? Because we've just seen 3 in a row. I know it's high, but is it that high?
I will check. Although someone in chat's probably going to beat me to it.
Yeah,
I'm
23.4. So that's really unlucky.
Yeah.
To get 3 in a row from a 23%.
But it's red.
Is it ever?
Alright, drills the Pidgeot because he just doesn't care to try to drill Alakazam at this point. Yeah, he levels just after Bird Pinkish. I think a consideration should be to spec here. But I'm not sure that he knows.
So here comes the side beam, which he should
That's
be
just
fine if he-
over half.
Yeah.
This should be fine. I don't think Alakazam lives this. Commentator's curse.
No way. So he's thinking, and here comes the side beam. This hurts to watch.
Not like this.
Yeah, exactly like this. This really hurts to watch. But props on him for not forfeiting, continuing on, making sure to finish out this run. Let's give him lots of people pats for this effort. People pats all around.
So, Square, anything else you got for us?
I think I was gonna hop off. That Mount Moon, that was crazy.
Oh yeah, and I mean you hit it, right? Everyone was blowing up in chat. That was
I'm also
that's where it shows where practice pays off. Knowing
but
all
I'm
of
like
your
famous
outs.
for not being able to select ball properly, and that was a
Yeah.
select ball.
Yeah,
Like,
you have
I
to be
missed
really
point
happy with
every
that.
time in a race. Oh yeah,
Totally.
yeah, I'm happy with it.
Also,
Anyway,
Square,
I think I'll
slight
hop off
patronized.
and-
Good underground.
Oh yeah, play it safe on the underground. Patronize away. No, I do have to improve on it, but
Well,
It's what it
GG's
is.
and congrats on the
And
win.
Great showing in general, Square.
thanks. All right, I'm gonna log off. Catch you guys later.
Later.
See you, buddy.
Alright, I don't. It
Yeah,
hurts.
this is not good. So is he just gonna have to crit this earthquake?
No, I think this just dies.
This just dies? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, crit earthquake might be okay.
Yeah, I think it has to crit.
Okay, if he just
No.
keeps. Okay, no, this is good. This is
Okay,
good.
here we go.
Please
Here we
kill.
go.
Please kill.
Here we go.
Yes.
Oh my. We're in
Okay.
it.
Okay. Cool.
Let's go. Get the hype train a rolling.
Oh man. All right, just Arcanine outspeed him is the question. I don't believe it does, so I think this should just be fine.
Yeah, I agree. Double reflect is very lucky there. I'm glad the game gave him an out.
Randall bringing up a good point. This looks to be sub Charizard.
And he's through. A defeated A.
All right.
So I'm sure he'll have lots of comments about his run.
So
Tec is done. Correct, Barb.
So it looks like we're not going to have time, unfortunately, to interview Tech. But I'm really happy that he stuck it through and got out of here.
Yeah, make sure to give him a bunch of people bats and congrats for sticking it out, because that was painful.
All right.
Well, thank you for everyone watching. We got lots of races the rest of today, so make sure you stick around for those.
Yep. And Tech is going to finish in about 5 seconds here. And we're just gonna take this time to appreciate ducks and sign off. Thank you for watching. Oh yes. The next race is going to be on this channel at 4 Eastern. It's going to be Albertine versus TyKevin83 versus Crafted.
Oh, that sounds like a good one.
Yep. Going to be announced by Araya and Amoeba. It's going to be a really fun one. Thank you everybody for watching. And yeah, hope you enjoyed the race.
See you later, everyone.
Later, Gators.
Bye-bye.
Bye. That was fun.